Yo,
Hey,
how's it going?
doing good.
That's good.
We'll start in like 30 minutes.
Okay.
After the last song ends.
Oh, the last song. Yeah. Yeah, I finally heard the whole that whole album. Like two of
Hmm?
the songs I already knew and listened to.
Yep, the songs on this album are dope.
Oh, I know.
It's just sad that they broken up due to a feud with each other.
Yeah, I know. I think I heard something about that. And it's sad too because all of them were very talented.
Hmm?
All of them were very talented.
Yeah, all of them are,
Yeah.
especially Elizabeth.
Yeah, I agree. Mm-mm. Curiosity.
Good, dope album.
Yeah. I want to know, baby,
Yep.
can I pull your string? Curiosity.
I'm in the laundry room because my sister is gonna go to sleep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No worries. So did you have to work today?
Mm-hmm.
How was it? How was what today?
It was good. Busy though. Busy.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
bet.
You can use the bathroom right quick.
Okay.
Alright.
Curiosity. I want to know, baby, can I pull your string? Cruise was good.
Yeah, I'm back.
All right.
All right. Yeah, I already know my favorite song off this album.
You said what?
I said I already know my top five favorite songs off of this album.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
and that's gonna be covered when in the review. So I'm get this set up.
Chilling, just making tea. That's what's up.
Yep, the Jets.
Yes. One of the most under my opinion ba- underrated
Mm,
groups.
yeah, they're well. I think they did got some airplay back in the day.
Yeah.
They did got some air. Like that's the thing with these pop artists, these teen pop stars, such as Debbie Gibson, Tiffany, Martika, and
Yeah.
the Jets. Like they were popular in the '80s,
Mm-hmm.
but as time went by, especially when other artists like Britney, Christina Aguilera, um, Jessica Simpson, all these other teen artists who are now grown up, mind you. They're all grown up,
Yeah.
mind you. But I feel like the previous pop stars, they got under the rug.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So with how they look now, this is how they look now. See, that's the Jets. How they look, how they look now.
Oh wow.
Yep. They still look young, even in their
Yeah.
50s.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy.
They still look young.
Yeah, they didn't really age like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing about '80s teen pop artists. Like they get swept under the rug.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I do dig some of Debbie Gibson's later songs from the
Right.
'90s and early 2000s. She even dropped a Christmas album this year.
Yeah. Oh really?
She dropped a Christmas album this year.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's Winterlicious.
Oh, okay.
Yep, Debbie Gibb. Yeah, Winterlicious right here.
Mm. Okay.
She still looks beautiful.
Yeah, I know. That's what's up.
50 at 52 years old, she still look gorgeous.
And she don't even look 52. Wow.
Yeah, like around 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah. So last I think yeah last Sunday, I told my manager that I want to work some Wednesday nights at Texas
Yeah.
Roadhouse. Yeah, to get to get more hours.
That's what's up.
Yeah, or Also, yeah, that, and also because I, I want to balance like my work life with my family life.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if I want to do something with my family, um, like go out, or go out, or spend time with my sister, like my family, my sister. Yeah, because she and her friend Cheyenne, they got their own place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's in like a town, like a townhouse,
Okay.
where, well, yeah, because where, yeah, they got a place of their own,
Mm-hmm.
and I can still visit them.
That's what's up.
Yeah, like when they're not working, that is.
Right.
Yeah, when they're not working. So I told my manager that I want to work Wednesday nights, just some Wednesday nights, not every Wednesday night,
Mm-hmm.
just some.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what's up. And your manager was okay with it?
no, they were okay with it.
Okay.
Yeah, they know me. They
R-
know me.
Right.
Told them I want to work the night, like at 5 to 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I'd be volume on the weekends.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
All
what's
right.
up.
So where's meaning? Got it. Yes. Okay. So the jet. I'm like, you know what? After I do, like, okay, after we do these upcoming two reviews, which is Martica's Kitchen and Shanti Moore's The Love Supreme, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna do another cartoon review.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's gonna be on one of the most well, the most iconic Disney show during the 2000s.
Mm.
That centered around that is centered around a black family. One of the first Disney cartoons to have a black family.
Mm.
And you know what I'm
Yeah,
referring to?
that would be good.
Yep, the Proud Family. That's it. That was
Oh,
it. That
oh,
yeah,
oh.
the Proud Family, the OG
Mm.
Proud Family, not the Loud and Prouder.
Right.
Because yeah, yeah. I mean, have you seen some of the videos, like the more viral, the more viral videos where they talked about slavery built this country? Like
Yeah.
some people justifiably got have criticized the show because because people thought it was too woke.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell based off of the episodes where it centers on like racism and colorism. Not that there's anything wrong with that. The not because the original show tackled racism as well, but the difference
Right.
between that that is that the Proud Family is known to tackle racism and religion, but they do it in a way that it's meant to teach kids and not to you know go for the lowest common denominator.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what the remake is doing. It's just pandering to the lowest common denominator, especially that one episode where there's one guy named Noah. He has a crush on Zoe, who is the
Mm-hmm.
white, the skinny, tall white girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he finds her like very normal, very civilized compared to her friends like Penny, La Cienega, Dejanay. Even
Mm-hmm.
though Penny and La Cienega, oh no, well Penny and Dejanay both got boyfriends of their own.
Right.
Yeah, and so La Cienega, Dejanay, Maya, and Michael all confronted Zoe at Penny's house. They're all dressed as like Disney princesses,
Mm-hmm.
and Zoe went as this one character from the movie Brave,
Right.
one of the main characters in Brave, and the reason why because her friends see her friends sees her as like someone who's very undesirable, considering the fact that she's white, she's tall, she's geeky, she's nerdy, and she's unattractive compared to Penny and La Cienega and Maya, who are more conventionally attractive than Zoe and Dejanay. And but yeah,
Yeah, this is some stuff you just don't remake.
yeah, that's the thing. Like, why are okay? I know Penny's friends aren't like why is Penny still friends with La Cienega and Zoe? What Dejanay? Like, she knows that they're bad for each other. Even her grandmother knows that,
Exactly.
and yet she still hangs out with them. Like, I don't know. I don't understand that.
Yeah, I don't really get that.
Like, if you don't trust someone who's your fake friend, then I should just leave. You should just leave because they're not because they're it ain't worth it. Just staying in that relationship, in that
Right.
friendship,
Right.
because Dejanay is known to take advantage of a Penny and throw her under the bus. La Cienega, she well at, at least La Cienega, despite her being a bitch, at least she's honest.
Exactly.
At least she's honest.
Right.
Maya, she's just a soapbox Sadie,
Mm-hmm.
meaning that she's the definition of a woke girl. She's basically like a satire of woke people.
Right.
And Michael is a transgender, which in OG he's more like that gay stereo. He's more like that effeminate, like that more feminine boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you can tell like they never outright say that he's gay in the
Right.
in the original version. They just say like, oh, he's more he's a sissy. That's what it is. And that's their way of saying he's gay in the or in the early 2000s. The Proud Family got a lot of slangs, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it's just sad that Proud Family is now woke. Tiny Toons, where Warner Brothers decided to make Buster and Babs twins,
Yeah.
even though in the original, I've seen Tiny Toons on television, on
Mm-hmm.
syndication, on the hub, and they always say that Buster and Bass Bunny no relations, despite their names the last name being Bunny, they're not related.
Right.
I could see them as husband and wife or teenage um, husband and wife, soon to be husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriends, or just best friends.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you make them twins? I don't understand that.
Yeah, that's just stupid to me.
Incest, and I could definitely understand why fans were pissed off because why would you do that? That's a very dumb change. You can tell Warner Brothers it's not doing their homework.
No, exactly. You could just
Yeah,
the bad you could just tell it's the writers and not doing any research.
yeah. I mean, I do appreciate the reboot bringing back the slapstick humor,
Mm-hmm.
but everything else they need to go back and just redo all that.
I
I
agree.
mean, I know it's upcoming. It's an upcoming series, but still, you need to make sure, like ahead of time, make sure you don't end up pissing fans.
Exactly.
Yeah, Animaniacs, the reboot, uh, it's okay. It's okay. It's not beating the '90s.
I feel like none of the if you gonna remake something from the '90s, I don't think you gonna get the same result. It's not gonna be the comedy's not gonna be the same.
Yeah,
It's
Animaniacs. What made that? I mean, I feel like Tiny Toons to me is what separates Tiny the different series, right? Yeah, the very different series.
yeah,
Yeah, Tiny Toons is different from Tiny Toons is very different from Animaniacs
yeah,
because Tiny Toons is more what Tiny Toons does is that they break away from the formula. They don't always focus on the children going to school. They can also do like any other things.
exactly.
Whereas Animaniacs, while good show, great show, one of the most influential shows of television history, Animaniacs, its main flaw is that it focuses on one particular thing.
Mm-hmm.
For example, like how many times can Buttons chased Mindy while getting his ass reprimanded.
Right.
How many times can Kitty Kaboom throws a hissy fit at her family because she couldn't get what she want, and all of a sudden when she makes the right decision, everything goes back to normal.
Exactly.
Yeah. Or how many times can you know Yakko, Wacko, and Dart troll a person? Like the the comedy is fun. Like the show is very funny. The show is very funny, but it's not a 10 out of 10 show. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Right.
It's not 10 out of 10.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah, because both Tiny Toons and Animaniacs got their strengths and weaknesses.
Truth. Yeah.
I feel as though Animaniacs gets more attention. It gets more like Animaniacs gets more attention because the humor the humor is much more adult compared to Tiny Toons.
Right. Exactly. So it's
Much,
like two different types of humor.
it's much more adult than Tiny Toons. Like Tiny Toons has its joke, it's adult jokes, but it was more or less a show for a younger audience. It's like
Right.
Looney Tunes, but for a younger audience.
Mm-hmm.
Because back in the day, when Looney Tunes came out, it wasn't necessarily a kids show when it first came out.
That's true.
Yeah, it was more for a general audience.
I have to agree 100%. It
Yeah.
was.
All right. So I'm ready to start whenever you are.
Yep. I'm ready.
All right. Let's get to it. So, okay. So good good evening. Good um um. Hello, YouTube. This is Rich Umbrella in the building, and I got my homeboy Mike with me.
Yo.
And today we're going to review a, a popular, well, we're going to review an 80s pop, freestyle, Minneapolis sound, teen teen pop album from the mid 80s. And and it's by one of the most famous family Philly band from Minneapolis, Minnesota, the Jets, with the subtitle album, which was released in October 4th. October 14th, 1985, and it was recorded in 1985. The genre is pop R&B and Minneapolis sound. The late and it was released by MCA Records. The singles off of this song are Curiosity, Crush on You, Private Number, and You Got It All. So, oh, and the producers are David Z and Don Powell. So, who are the Jets, mind you? So, the Jets are a family band from Minneapolis, Minnesota, composed of brothers and sisters who specialize in pop, R&B, and dance music, particularly Latin freestyle. So the Jets consist of siblings Leroy Wolfgram, Eddie Wolfgram, Eugene Wolfgram, Heine Wolfgram, Rudy Wolfgram, Katie Wolfgram, Elizabeth Wolfgram, and Moana Wolfgram. So the family has 17 children, 15 by birth, and two, Eddie and Eugene, by adoption. Wow, them parents must be busy,
Like,
very busy. I'm
wow.
like, yeah.
Oh,
The children, the children attended Robinson Dale Copper High School. The family are members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. The band initially called themselves Quasar after a now defunct brand of television sets. They changed their name to the Jets, a name taken from the Elton John song "Benny and the Jets," on the suggestion of manager Don Powell. So the the group officially formed in 1985, with the original lineup fizzling out by 1990. Several members of the family stayed on throughout the 1990s, unofficially reviving the group in the mid to late 1990s as a gospel outfit with most of the original members present. Various record companies have released collections of songs from the group's popular period, with the modern incarnation of the group continues to perform at various small venues, primarily casinos and private corporate functions. Is that it? Yeah. So the original members of the Jets had a number of Billboard Hot 100 hits, five of which reached the top 10, including the 1986 single "Crush on You," which peaked at number three in July 1996, number five in the UK, number four on the US R&B charts, and number four on the US dance charts. They are also known for the singles "You Got It All," "Cross My Broken Heart," "Rock to You," and "Make It Real." "Sitting on My Love," which peaked at number 88 on the Hot 100, reached number one on the Billboard Dance Chart. "You Got It All" and "Make It Real," both ballads featuring lead vocals by Elizabeth Wolfgram, were number one hits on the Billboard Adult Contemporary chart. The band was nominated for a Grammy Award in 1988 for the song "Rock to You" that featured lead vocals by Henny Wolfgram. Oh, and fun fact, Mike,
yeah.
the Jets also performed the theme song for Chippendale Rescue Rangers
Oh, wow.
in 1989.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
I did not know that.
If you can tell by yep. Yep, they performed the theme song for for Chippendale Rescue Rangers in 1989. The group performed the Star Spangled Banner at the seventh game of the 1987 World Series, held in their hometown of Minneapolis, and at Game 3 of the 1991 Stanley Cup Finals in, in, in suburban Bloomington. The band also performed at the 1988 Super Olympics in Seoul, South Korea, and the 2002 Winter Olympics in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Influence. Uh, so the influence. American pop singer Britney Spears recorded a new version of "You Got It All" in 1997, which appears on the international editions of her 2000 album "Oops, I Did It Again,"
Oh wow.
which is her, yeah, her second album. Musical artists Arnie Hidalgo, Panay, and MIMP have also covered the song "Crush on You." Covered the song "Crush on You" is featured as the bass sample for the French House anthem intro by Alan Brax and Fred Falk. Pop singer pop singer Aaron Carter included "Crush on You" on his first album, which became a top 10 single in Australia, Germany, in the United States. No, excuse me, in the United Kingdom in 1997. Singer Niobe recorded a version of Make It Real that became a hit in Latin America. And the
Mm.
girl group themselves, Expose, recorded a version of The Same Love on their 1992 self-titled album. Yep, Expose. More recently, the UK electronic music act Nero sampled Crush on You on their 2011 track of the same name. So you can tell the Jets have some influence. Like people were some people were influenced by the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even Exposed.
True.
Now that's a group that that's a girl group that we can tackle too.
Mm-hmm.
Exposed. Do you think they're underrated too?
Yeah, because I don't really hear too much about exposed like that.
Yeah. So the Jets are a Tongan American family band, and
Yeah.
Tongan is a Polynesian. It's a island country in Polynesia. Yeah. So they're Polynesian. And with that out of the way, this is the album cover right here. See, that's them. Yep, that's them in their teen years.
Wow. Yeah. I
Yep,
love that album cover.
yep. That's that's what them in their teen years before they sued each other.
Right.
I'm like, they look so happy. They look like they got along. How
Yeah.
can how can they how can they break up like that? Like that is just crazy.
Yeah. That's it, and it happens
I
to
mean, I know it happens because look, I know it happens. I mean, not every band is gonna be Sunshine and Rainbows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the Jets is not one of the Jets, they're not alone. They're not alone. They have their beef with one another. But compared to compared to other groups like that, compared to other groups or other singers or other rappers, and cough cough, anybody will go well. you know what I'm getting at. Compared to
Yeah,
other R&B singers, yeah, R&B singers, cough, R. Kelly, major who 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 got major exposure after all the stuff that
mm,
he did. Yeah,
right.
but he's still a legend.
I agree.
Yeah, I can separate his music from the art, or cough Lizzo with her bullshit.
Oh Lord, yeah.
And and to be honest, I, I, I never saw the hype for Lizzo.
Me neither.
I just thought she was just one of those people that try that want to be like, oh, you gotta believe in yourself, all that body positivity. When you're out here body shaming people, when you know you're fat yourself,
Exactly, which that don't make
like
sense.
that don't make sense. Why are you? Why is your fat ass? Why is your fat ass over here saying body shaming these people, and yet you're over here and yet you're over here, you know, being a bitch to
Yeah.
other people
Mm-hmm.
when they barely did nothing to you, regardless,
It's,
and not to mention all the other allegations, the sexual harassment allegations that she got herself into, and also the fact that she created a hostile environment, like all that stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
sad.
So this album the subtitle album has 9 tracks, so very easy to go by. Yep, it's very easy to go by. We can knock this out, can we?
Oh
Yep,
yeah.
9 tracks, 9 tracks. So let's get started. So the track number one is Curiosity, and this was produced by, this was written by Jerry Knight and Aaron Zigman. Very good way to start off this album. Also, very dope track where it talks about um whether, like, is she just a like curiosity. I want to know, is she just a plain thing? Curiosity. I want to know, baby, can I pull your string? Curiosity. I want to know, is she just a plaything? Like, love that song. Love the song. I love the production, and how it's very, like, it's like a pop freestyle type of track, and basically curiosity is always talking about um pretty much, is she just a plaything? When you think of playthings, like, is she just a plaything? Is she like your side hoe or something? Yeah, like, is that girl you're hanging out with, is your side hoe, your side chick, or is she just a girl that, or is she like a normal girl, like us, basically? Like, is she a normal girl, like, that we can hang out with, or is she one of those side chicks that you want to make love, and just make love, and probably don't see her again, until next time, or in the next lifespan or so. So when you think of this song, or the lyrics, what do you get, when they say, is she just a plaything?
What I get out of it is she very It's like it's almost like if they question like is she just uh like a side chick or is she just friends with benefits and stuff like that. Um, this is one of they. Honestly, this is one of their best songs. I think probably my top 20 song, my favorite songs of all time. Great, excellent way to start off this album.
Yeah,
Um, love the beat, love the production was good, and then the writing of it is just beautifully written. And I
very.
think,
It's very like
yeah, I think I heard it on an episode. I don't quote me on it, but I heard on an episode of Soul Train. Don't quote me on it though, but it was one of these Jet songs that I heard on Soul Train, and it kind of like it kind of I think one of these songs I think is Crush on You. That's what introduced me to the Jets. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know who, Jets was until I heard like one of these songs. I know one of these songs for sure. I think it was Crush on You. I think that was introduced me to the Jets and wanting to learn more about, they songs and stuff like that. So yeah, Curiosity, that's one I could listen to over and over and over. That's one of my favorite songs,
yeah,
possibly of all time.
yeah. Very. It's a very very dope song. Basically talking about like the whole thing about curiosity to me. It's about the narrative, the narrator's internal conflict over wanting to know if she's just a casual fling of her love interest, or if she's or if he sees her as someone more significant.
Hmm.
So So basically, she's questioning this man. What it this man about? Hey, do you that that woman you're hanging out with? Is she just a side hoe, just a a snack to you, just so that you can bang and just forget about her in the next 2 3 4 5 10 decades, or if she's or is she someone that is very important to you? So she's torn between her feelings for the man that she is interested in, but she also fears of getting caught in between him and another woman. So basically, it's like a love triangle type of situation.
Exactly.
Like it's like those like cheesy romantic movies where when there's like that both the main character and the main girl character, their end their end game, right?
Hmm.
Their end game for each other, but yet all of a sudden, there's this other chick or other man who is significantly much more hotter, much more desirable,
Right.
and and the man or woman, because both parties can be at fault. Like both parties, start to go head over heels over a much more significantly hotter mate. Yet they start to question themselves: Is is the are the people that we swoon over? Are they important people that want to start a mutual a mutual relationship with, or are they just sluts or sluts or man sluts?
Hmm.
that's what I get. That's what I get from the song is questioning your questioning whether or not your faith like it's questioning your faithfulness to this man or question or questioning your man's faithfulness to you
Mm-hmm.
and and also if a man goes through this he starts to question his woman's faithfulness because like I said both parties can be a can be a fault. It's not just one gender. It can be both parties.
Exactly.
Both genders can be at fault. I'm sick of the. I am sick and tired of this whole fucking double standard, the double
Yes.
standard shit.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, when a man cheats, it's bad. When a woman cheats, it's right.
Bingo.
They don't make a huge issue about it. Like because they're a woman, no,
Mm-hmm.
no. So that's what so that's what I got from the song. It's all about being torn between the feelings for the feelings for someone that you have, but also fearing, but also having that phobia of being in between in your lover, well, your potential lover, and and another person who might be might might raise some red flags, or if she's or there's or or is there more to her than meets the eye.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, very dope song, very good message, love it. Now track two. Now this one of my favorite songs of this album. I got a crush on you. Very very dope record. Very dope record. Just I love the energy of this song, how it starts. Like you like like how did you know you found out? I got a crush on you. How did you know? Cause I never told. You found out. I got a crush on you. No more charades. My heart's been displayed. You found out. I got a crush on you. Like that gets you dancing real quick. Real
I
freaking quick. You must have heard it from my best friend. She's always talking when she should be listening. Can't keep a secret to save her life. But still, I trusted with all I felt inside. I never knew a rumor could spread so fast. Cause now the word is all over town that I'm longing for you. Now, very dope song. So basically, the whole song is self-explanatory. It's talking about you got a crush on someone, like like you're falling head over heels over someone, and
mm-hmm.
so that's I got from the song. Very dope song. What one of my favorite songs of the album, or favorite singles of the album, and the videos and the video to the song is very dope too. Very dope, very dope music video. But they were they were at a concert singing this song, and and it's just as fire as the album, as the song on the album. So very dope song. One of my all time one of my one of my favorite songs off the album. Crush on You, love it.
Yeah, Crush on You. That's another favorite of mine. Um, like I was saying previously, I know I heard this one on Soul Train. I know that for a fact. It was an episode, and it kind of draw me, to this song and the whole like group. And this one is pretty much self-explanatory. It's just explaining that, I have a crush on you, and it's just one of those songs that you could like literally dance to. And it was a and for that song for 1985, it was good for its time too.
Yeah, yeah. Now, track three, another favorite song of mine. You got it all. Very dope song. Now this is a soulful ballad that tells the story of a person who was left heartbroken at the beginning at the being in a relationship with someone who brought negativity and clouds to their life. However, things change when a new person comes into the picture and brings life and clarity. The lyrics describe the moment when the new love interest arrived and the impact they immediately had on the singer's life. The song highlights the fact that they have found something that they never they did not have before: peace of mind, love, and a sense of purpose. The lyrics expresses the gratitude for having found someone who has made everything better and brighter, and whose presence alone has cleared away all the clouds of uncertainty, doubt, and fear. So yeah, very dope song. And in my own words, the whole song is basically about. So basically, the whole song, in my own words, is that even though your previous relationship didn't work like the way you planned it out to be, like how you planned it to be, there's always going to be new fishes in the water. And what I mean by that is that there's 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 other people out in this world who will treat you right. There are good people. There are genuinely good people in this world. The problem is that you have to find it. You have to find them. You have to find the right one who will treat you right and not treat you like dirt. Who will love you based who will love you for who you are and not treat you like you're material. So very dope song, very dope lyrics. Don't you know, you got it all over him. You got me over him. Honey, it's true. There's just you. You must have been heaven sent. Hearing me call you in out on a limb. And you're all that he's not. Just look what I've got. 'Cause you got it all over him. Like, dope lyrics, dope song, dope message. Love it.
Bet another favorite song of mine. Um, I know I heard this song before, and when I listened to it, and like, oh, it had that soulful ballad too. And this one is pretty dope. Love the lyrics, love the production. It's just so soulful, and it's even relatable today too.
Yep.
So pretty pretty great song. That's enough. In this particular album, they starting off these three songs alone. They starting off real strong with and we only about to be in song number 4, so they starting off very strong in this album.
Yeah, they did. Very strong. Very strong. Like, And that's the sad thing about life. That's true. The truth about life is that yes, there are people. Okay, I'm aware that there are a lot of bad people in the world. There are a lot of bad people. There are a lot of flawed people.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have people who are genuinely good people that don't cause you harm, that don't treat you with disrespect. They love you based on who you are as a person, just being yourself. And that's what this whole song is about. The whole song is about yes, even though your previous relationship didn't work, even though that that relationship did not work, there's still other people out 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 in this world that will treat you the way you want to be treated, the right way, and not
Mm-hmm.
being treated like dirt, not being treated like you're a doormat, and not being treated like you're some type of pushover, but treat you like you're a person, like you're like you are a human being with feelings, with strengths, with flaws, needs and wants. And that's what you want in a relationship. Someone who understands your pain, your woes, but also your fun, but also your pains and woes, but also the the euphoric moments in your life.
Agreed.
So yeah, very dope song. Very dope song.
I agree.
Now, again, another favorite song off this album, another great song, "Love Umbrella."
Mm.
You got it. Okay. I forgot. You got it all. That was written by Rupert Holmes, and and the lead vocals off of the three songs, off of the previous first three songs are Elizabeth. Three of these songs, three of these first songs are 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 sung by Elizabeth.
Very great vocalist.
Yeah. Now, number four, My Love Umbrella, which is written by Jerry Knight and Eric Zingman, and the lead vocalist is Eugene Wolfgram. Very dope song. I loved Eugene's vocals on this song and how how he just sings with a lot of positivity and energy, and you can totally hear it in his vocals, like just positive, just happy, just lighthearted, energetic, just pretty much having fun with this song. And basically, love umbrella pretty much is about talking about a girl essentially, and it revolves around love. Again, love. Falling in love. Just puppy love, like high school, like that typical high school crush that you have a crush on, and you want to know her more.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And by title alone, Love Umbrella. What does that describe? How would you describe that in your
Love,
own words?
love umbrella. That is a that is and that is like an odd. That's like an odd title, but not in a bad way though. Um, man, it's like you're basically like in love, basically, and like you said, it's puppy love, and not only that, it's one of those you are like you in that mid like that mid type stage. You falling hard for this person. You know what I mean? And with this song, I actually welcomed it. I actually liked the song. It's a song I've never heard this song before. nor I've never heard the term love umbrella, but I like the vocals. I like the vocals, and I think this is a pretty dope song, though.
Yeah. In my own words, my love umbrella. That she keeps the raindrops falling down my heart. Like what I got from this song is basically, puppy like being in love with someone, like being madly in love to the point where they just make you to the point where they just make you happy inside.
Hmm.
They clear all the storms away. Like when I think about storms, is I mean like they clear all the problems away. They they just whoosh, throw that out the window. Like get rid of your pains, get rid of your woes, and just spend time with a girl like me, who's very fun and loving and who's very fun and loving, passionate and compassionate, and just want to have a good time with you.
Hmm.
You know, just it's like it's a typical message, but it's a very good typical message.
I agree.
Yeah, it's a typical message, but not in a way that is preachy. Yeah. Now, number 5, you got the key. Oh, that should have been a single too. Love Umbrella. That should have been a
Yeah,
single.
yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Now, number 5, private number. You got the key. My private number. Exclusively. There's no other half for me. You're the combination, the secret world that unlocked my door. Remedy to ease the pain. You're everything that I've been wishing for. You keep the smile on my face. My heart's in overdrive. But when did I last try to get inside? I got nothing to say. And that's the wasted time. Just idle talking. May you never do mistakes. Love, you got the key. My private number. Dope song. So basically, dope, very dope song, very dope song. And also the production is very fast. Like the production is very fast. And again, this was written by Jerry Knight, and written by Jerry Knight and Eric Zimmerman, and the vocals are again by Elizabeth.
Hmm.
Yeah, my private number. So it's essentially a love song about two people who have found the perfect connection. The singer tells his lover that she has the key to his heart, and that they have a private number that no one else can access. He uses the metaphor. Well, she yeah he uses the metaphor to explain how she's the secret word that has unlocked his heart's door, and that she's the remedy to ease his pain. He says that she is everything that he has been wishing for. The lyrics suggest that the two of them are deeply in love and are each other's halves. They have a strong emotional connection that is not easily possible with anyone else. The singer expresses how he feels happy and content when he is with her, and that she keeps a smile on his face. The song also talks about how the singer has an unlisted phone number, and that he knows it's her when it rings. He wants her to know that she doesn't have to hide behind an answering machine, and that she can always reach him. The song ends with the singer telling his lover that she is the number one, and that they have a private number that no one else can access.
Mm.
Dope. So pretty much the whole song is about two people fall people falling in love, but what I mean by and what I mean and what they mean by private number, it means that their love is exclusive exclusively for them and not for anyone else. It's their body, it's their choice, it's their that love that they have for each other and the love that they share, that belongs to them only and not to anyone else.
I
Like
agree.
like it's their love, not no one else's love. It's their passionate love that that does not belong to anyone else. It's only it's exclusive is exclusively made for them and just for them only. It's exclusively made for them. So very good track. I like it.
This one was pretty good. Um, it's private number is kind of sort of self-explanatory because the focal attention is these two couples, this couple, and they gonna do what they want. They love each other, and they just want to keep things like in between each other. They don't want nothing like in the way and anything like that. I this is another dope song. This one I never heard in my life.
Yeah,
But
that yeah
I I
that's
like
yeah that's also a single off this album too.
yeah.
Yeah, they got yeah four singles: Crush on Curiosity, Crush on You, you got it all, and yeah, private number. And you know what? The this song this song could fit on like an action game too, because you can tell by the production, the
Yeah.
fast percussive beats. Like this could have been on like an action game, like pretty much like a Sonic game, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like an early night, like an early '80s or '90s Sonic game. Like if it was on the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 video game, because that could work.
That's interesting. That's an interesting analogy too.
Yep. Now track number six is Hard on the Line, written by Jerry Knight, Eric Zimmerman, and again, lead vocals are by Eugene. Very dope song, very cool song. Um, very, I love the production. Again, very like the freestyle, very funky. Um, a danceable track. Uh, and again, it also continues on the theme of love. Again, heart on the line, and when someone tell and when someone says heart on the line, it mainly refers. So heart on the line. It mainly refers to um it's a sad well I look it up anyway, but it's a sad saying. So it means the person is about to have a breakup in a marriage or a date,
Hmm.
basically. So yeah, heart on the line. So yeah, heart on the line, or to speak to speak truthfully and directly about your feelings. You get to put your emotions on, on, on the line with love, but he cannot do this. or it could also mean that the person is about to have a breakup in a marriage, or in this case with the boy in the who's singing the song, yeah, Eugene, who's singing the song says he was a teenager, a date, essentially. So the lyrics goes like so the lyrics goes like this. Mm. So here's the lyrics. So the lyrics for Hard on the Line. Too many nights I met a stranger. I know you're there. I won't be denied. I'm flesh and blood, and I am no angel. Somebody somebody's touch has set my heart on fire. I never I never tried before to understand, but is it hurting in the world of man? Hey, 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 put your heart on the line. Love me or believe me, I'll be gone this time. Put put your heart on the line. Hold me in the morning. Show me that you're mine. Show me that you're mine. Show me that you're mine. Excuse me. Yeah, mine. I know your friends they talk about you, but I can't take it and the tension's high. They give you heat. I take the pressure. Oh, that's a rare emotional sign. Gonna see some action when the nighttime comes. I need to know how'd your feelings run? Hey, 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 put your heart on the line. Love me or believe me, I'll be gone this time. Put your heart on the line. Hold me in the morning. Show me that you're mine. 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 Mine. So yeah, very good. So good lyrics, great song, great message. That talks about being true, being true, being true, being true about your feelings towards someone, and whether or not that person might be faithful to you or not. And that's what I get from put your heart put heart on what the oh yeah put your heart on the line. The whole meaning of the song is basically basically it's telling basically it's all about letting them know that what you feel. You are putting your heart on the line because they will either share your feelings or reject you, and that's what this song's about. It's about being honest about what you feel and putting your heart on the and putting your feelings on the line because they will either share it or reject you. So very cool song. Um, I like it.
Yeah, this was good. This is like the test of loyalty, and like you said, they're putting their heart on the line. Um, it's it's one of those songs, so it's like it talks about bless you.
Thank you.
It talks about you expressing your feelings, and then it's up to the other person. Either the other person is going to express it back, or they just gonna break your heart. So as the the narration, they're putting their heart like on a line. They putting everything on the table. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And that's it. It's just one of those songs that still holds true today, and it's very relatable too. Because oftentimes, good, especially good people, they put their heart on the line. They express their feelings, and
Hmm.
they and in the back of your mind, you're kind of you're afraid because you're afraid the other person is not gonna feel the same. You know what I mean? But at the same time, if that other person feels the same, then okay, but it's just like the test of like loyalty, and they're gonna be faithful. And this particular song, like I said, it holds true to, in today's relationships too. You know what I'm saying? And um, yeah, it's this one's a pretty dope song.
Yep, I feel you. It like the whole. It's like you have to be honest. Like both parties should be honest about how they feel. They
Yep,
can't they can't lie about how they feel.
I agree.
Yeah, because if you lie, it's gonna cause a lot more problems. Or if you don't see eye to eye, like that's the thing about some of these relationships. I'm not saying who, but it's any certain people in relationships, like they don't always see eye to eye, and
Hmm.
that can create a lot of problems. Like a lot of problems, like if they're being very hostile and belligerent towards each other, it's gonna without even having the chance to sit down, talk it out in like a small room where no one can hear them. It's just they're it's just their own thoughts, their own feelings, and they have to express express those thoughts and feelings out in healthy ways so that both parties can be content content with one another.
Yes.
And that's how certain relationships fail because some people just don't want to open their feelings. They just want to keep it under the rug.
Hmm.
And for example, I know. For example, um, if you seen this particular episode of Hey Arnold, where Hel- Helga's but Helga's parents, Big Bob and Miriam, they're in a mirror. Like they have what they have a very 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 flawed marriage.
Hmm.
A very flawed marriage. Like Big Bob is loud, he's crass, he's vulgar, he's rude, he's gross, he's practically mean to everybody, especially to Arnold, especially in that one scene where he called Arnold orphan boy. Yeah, because Arnold never got the chance to see his parents
Right.
when he was very very very, very young. So Big Bob had the nerve to call him an orphan boy in front of him, and and Helga ratted him out. Like, why would you say that? And
Exactly.
like even she felt heartbroken when he said that,
Hmm.
because we all know Helga she truly loves Arnold, truly loves Arnold. She just pretends not to like him, which is typical behavior. And for those of you who don't know what a tsundere is, a, a tsundere is someone that acts very harsh and rude to you, but they also have a soft side. So
Exactly.
yeah, so that's a Japanese that's a Japanese term for someone who's very bitchy, very rude, and very hostile. But they also got a soft side too.
Mm.
So basically, a jerk with a heart of gold, basically. And so back on top, so Big Bob and Miriam, they have a very very flawed relationship, a very flawed marriage, and they never see eye to eye. They never see eye to eye. They don't talk out their feelings. They don't talk out their needs and wants, their strengths and weaknesses. They just sub it under the rug. And they even tell Helga this in one of the most noteworthy episodes of Hey Arnold, Helga on the Couch, where they told her, do not open up our business towards anybody. I don't care if it's a therapist. Don't you even don't you dare open open our situation towards anybody, because that's none of their business. It's our business. Which, in case they're like, Helga went to a therapist, and she outlined all the flaws within her family, and how her home life sucks because because her parents don't communicate.
Mm-hmm.
They don't communicate. They don't put their heart on the line and just sit down and just talk things out. Because all this situation can be dealt with correctly if both parties, Big Bomb and Miriam, work things out. I mean, cause think about it. One is a loud, abrasive, rude jackass, and the other is just a depressed alcoholic, almost with implied, suicidal tendencies too. Because I can tell you that Miriam might have some suicidal tendencies. Don't Because she's always depressed. She's very like sad, like very sad, depressed, lazy. She's an alcoholic.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much she has some suicidal tendencies or ideations within her, because it's implied that she has some suicidal ideation based on how she based on how the show well based on how she is as a person, basically.
Right.
So yeah, that's what I got from the song "Heart on the Line." It's about being honest about, like, both parties need to be honest about how they feel and not keep things in the dark. They have to work it out, talk it out, so that both parties can be content. So yeah, great message, cool, cool song, love it. Now, track number 7 is "Right Before My Eyes." Um, this was a very solid track, a very solid track right here. Again, written by Jerry Knight and Ari Zitman, and the lead vocals are Rudy and Eugene. Now, self-explanatory. Right before my eyes. That's also about love. Right? Love. But it's essentially love at first sight. Yeah, love at first sight. Because the lyrics go like this: "Little girl around this tree, I watched her playing hide and seek. Never paid her no mind, playing silly games, like all the other little girls her age. So
Mm-hmm.
young at the time. What happened to that baby talk? There's something different in her walk. She grew up overnight. Now she's put her toys away. I wonder what to say. I'm not sure what was on my mind. She 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 she's a revelation right before my eyes. What am I gonna do about the situation right before my eyes?" Like right, riding piggyback, and acting like a maniac. She's the one no one could tame. walking down the avenue, looking too good to be true. It's a whole new game. So essentially, it's pretty much pre similar to the other songs off this album. It continues the theme of love, but also the theme of love at first sight. Right before my eyes. Like she caught me right before my eyes. Oh, she's so dreamy. She's so attractive. She's beautiful. She has to be the one for me. You know that you know those typical situations in teen sitcoms
Yeah. Oh yeah.
where when one teenage boy or girl, when they caught the eyes on someone they love, they go like, "Oh, look, he's very dreamy. Look at his hair.
Hmm.
Excuse me. Look, he's so dreamy. Look at his hair. Look at his face. Look at his look at his abs. Like he's dreamy. He's attractive. He's smart. He's intelligent. He has to be the one for me. He caught me right before my eyes. He need he must he or she must be the one for me because we might be interested in the same hobbies, in the same activities, in the same stuff that I do. So that's what I got from this song right before my eyes. It's just a song about love at first sight. So very solid song. I like it.
Yeah, this one's solid. Um, it's basically being like a hope, kind of like a hopeless romantic in a sense, because
Yeah. Hopeless romantic.
yeah, hopeless romantic,
Not
and
soon.
you you see this person, and you go, oh my god, this person's like, oh my god, like I have to get with this person. You know what I mean? It's just like a gut feeling. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure like we all have those moments where you see somebody and you go, "Oh my god, like this person's, you know, like wow, like wow, just wow." And it's just the way they present themselves, even their personality and stuff like that, the way they think. This one's a pretty, this one's dope. This one's a pretty dope song. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Hopeless romantic. Not simp.
Hmm.
Not simp. A simp is different.
Yeah.
Like hopeless romantic are people who they fall in love with that person, but they're either too scared or they either might be afraid that that person might not love them back.
Hmm.
Whereas a simp is pretty much a stalker.
Yes.
Yeah, and we all know Norville Velma simp stalker.
Yeah.
Like I know he had Gigi for a moment, even though he treated her like garbage as well. Well, I know G. Look, I know. Okay, Gigi and Velma. Okay, Gigi and Velma was a bit controlling, but Norville was not a great guy to her as well. I mean, first of all, he pretty much, like what Sims do. He pretty much just puts her down and just compared her to Daphne, who is much more attractive, and like who's much more attractive than she is, which is disgusting to say because look, I hate the show Velma, but Gigi is a very gorgeous girl. I'm not
Mm.
gonna lie, she's very gorgeous. She's very gorgeous for a 15-year-old, but don't treat a woman like that.
Right.
Like, don't be like that's the difference between a hopeless romantic and a simp. Hopeless
Mm.
romantic, and let me say this again: hopeless romantics are people who are who have feeling like who have romantic feelings for someone, but they're either too scared or too afraid that the person might not love them back. So they question themselves whether or not if that girl is right for them, or if they should see different people.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas simp is pretty much stalking.
Right.
Simp is stalking.
Mm-hmm.
Simp is stalking. Hopeless romantic is not. There you go. So it's like, so for anyone who gets themselves confused, hopeless romantic is someone who is romantically like in love with someone, but they're either anxious because because the person might not return those reciprocate those feelings. Whereas simp is stalking. Simp is a form of sexual harassment.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Simping is sexual harassment. That's the Those are the difference. Now, track number 8, La 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 means I love you. Now this was written by Tom Bell and William Hart, and again, and lead vocalists are Elizabeth and Rudy. Now, this track right here, this was a cover of the song "La La Means I Love You" from the vocal group the Delphonics.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, this this was a cover version of their song Delphonics of the same name. Um, this one right here is very dope. It's very cool. Like I love the lyrics to the song. Like la 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 means I love you. La 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 means I love you. Like again, it again it continues with the theme of love. Like it's a love ballad that highlights the importance of sincerity and authenticity in a relationship. The opening lines of the song suggest that the singer has been approached by numerous girls who have used insincere lines to try and win his affection, but he has been able to see through their schemes and ignore them. However, when he sets his sights on a particular girl, he recognizes that their connection is genuine, and he wants to make his feelings for her clear. The chorus of the song, which features the repeated phrase "la la 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 la," means I love you. Is a simple yet effective way of communicating the singer's emotions to be his beloved. He acknowledges that he may not have material possessions or a grand gesture to offer her, but he has something much more valuable: true affection and devotion. The song's final lines drive home the message that the singer's love is not dependent on external factors, but rather is a deep-seated feeling that will remain constant even if he never gets to put a ring on her finger. So overall, La La means I love La 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 means I love you is a sweet and straightforward ode to honest feelings and meaningful connections. Its emphasis on sincerity and simplicity makes it a timeless classic that still resonates with listeners today. So very good message in this song. Very simple yet effective, and that's pretty much the whole album. It's like the whole album is simple, but it is effective in its messages and in its messages, and how each vocalist each vocalist can carry a song with a lot of heart and soul, without having it without making it detriment, being a detriment. So very cool song, very good very good cover, like pretty cool, pretty cool cover song by the Delphonics.
I love the Delphonics version and the Delphonics version. One thing about that one is very soulful. Um, I didn't even know anybody remade that song or covered this song, and I'm very particular when it comes to people covering classic famous songs. Some people, you know, would fuck up a remake. Cough, cough. Drake was staying alive.
Hmm. Oh yeah, I remember. Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
remember that. I remember you talked about it before on one of
yeah,
your live streams where
yeah.
you said, "Oh, he sounded boring on that."
Oh yeah, he was horrible.
And I mean, based on his vocals, I mean, I don't think Drake got, I don't think Drake got the best vocals in the world. I'm sorry.
I give me early Drake.
Yeah, early like I like him when he's a rapper.
Right, like
Yeah,
give me early Drake and stuff. I think Drake to me, I like him as an actor. I think he's gifted as an actor. I think, but yeah, back to this. Um, the Delphonics, I like that one. That one was very soulful. Now, when I
yeah,
listen to this, and mind you, this is the very first time I listened to this song by them and by the Jets, and I played it 2 to 3 times. I can easily say this is one of the few covers that I actually like. I I love their take on it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm very particular when it comes to covering classics. You know what I mean? Sometimes you need to leave it. You need to leave it alone. If you can't do it right the first time, don't do it at all. But
yeah,
I feel like
exactly.
I feel like they hit it. The notes they now that I'm not saying it's better than the Delphonics. No, not
Yeah,
but
I'm not saying. Yeah, I'm not going. I'm
right,
not going that far.
right,
I'm not going that far. I
but
mean,
yeah.
I never heard. I never heard a Dephonics album before,
Hmm.
but yeah, yeah. I never heard uh Delphonics album
Yeah.
before.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I can't. But I'll say that I, I, I'm not going that far to say that um this is better than the
Yeah.
Delphonics version.
Yeah.
But I'll say that they did their homework on it.
They did, and you could
They did
tell.
their work because when you do a song that is by like Delphonics or Temptations or Diana Ross or hell even Etta James, like if you do any very soulful songs, you have to make sure, and I'll say this very loud and clear, when you do a soulful song or cover a soulful song, you better damn make sure you bring your A game.
Exactly.
Like it's not it's not even funny. Like you have to make sure you bring your A game to the table and not fuck it up
I agree 110%, and I think
because soul music to me is a very personal genre. I love soul music. I love soul music. Neo soul music. I love that too. Soul takes time and effort to make.
yeah,
You have to make sure that the vocals are great. You have to make sure the lyrics make sense, and
Hmm.
you have to make sure the covers are faithful to, to the original.
Yeah,
One
and
100%
mm,
faithful
hmm,
to the original to the original and not fuck it up. Like you said, cough cough Drake.
yeah, and I want to also point out too that if you're gonna do a soulful ballad to the original, one, you better try your best to hold true to the original. Two, you better be bringing your A game, and I mean all of it. If you're gonna
Yeah,
cover,
and I'll say A game again with an emphasis on A
yeah,
game. A game. Bring
yeah,
your A game to to the table and
yeah.
not fuck it up.
I will say Jets, they succeeded. They brought for 1985. They brought their A game, and it's so soulful. Like I
Yeah,
said, I had to listen
I,
to it 2 or 3 times.
yeah, yeah. Their vocals are very soulful. They're very soulful. Like they're very calm too.
Hmm.
And that's the thing about their vocals is that they don't go for like the loud, operatic. They're not no Mariah Carey. They're not. They're no Mariah Carey, but they got very calm, very soothing vocals.
Right.
Like, and that's what fits them. Like similar to Janet Jackson. She got a very soul. She got a very calm, soothing voice too.
Yeah.
And that's why she works for like very. That's why she works for like very. She works for very sensual songs because her songs are very sensual. Like well, most of her, a majority of her songs are very sensual in nature.
Hmm.
So that's why her vocals work because they're very calm and very soothing. Because when you think of sex, when you think of sensual thoughts, it's very soothing and pleasurable.
Yes.
And that's what I see about about artistry, artistry and vocality is knowing if like pretty much what I'm trying to get at is that you have to you have to know what was appropriate was appropriate vocality and appropriate artistry. Like for example, like I said, Janet Jackson, very sensual voice, very soothing voice. She works for very sensual ballads, very sensual songs. The Jets, their vocals are very calm and soothing, and so there's so a majority of their songs are very lighthearted. They're calm, they're tranquil, they're happy-go-lucky. They're just pretty much family kid friendly,
Hmm.
kid friendly. So you have to know whether or not you have to know how vocality comes into play, how vocality and artistry come into play. If it's loud, operatic, then your vocals should have to be loud and operatic. If it's if it's horror core or death metal, then your vocals should be very dark, very evil, and very menacing.
Hmm.
If if your songs are about sexual thoughts, sensual thoughts, and just lust, romance, and desire, then your vocals should be all of. Then your vocals should your vocals should be sensual and loving and passionate. You see you see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, I agree
Yeah.
100%.
So you have to understand what how can you use your vocals when it comes to when it comes to conveying messages in your songs.
Mm-hmm.
And I, and I feel it. And with this song right here, this cover, they did a solid job covering the song.
They did.
Now, is it now? Is it being the phonics version? No, but I'll say no. It's not be it's not beating the phonics version. But I'll say that they did a solid job on it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. The 10%.
All right. Now, the last track of this album, mesmerized. Very dope way to very cool, very dope way to end off this album. And mesmerized. Now this song is now this song is also excuse me, this song is also very self-explanatory. Because when you think of mesmerized, when you think of mesmerized, basically you're just mesmerized. You're just hypnotized by the fact you're in love with somebody. Basically, that's what I got from the song. It's all about being hypnotized, just being head over heels over over someone that is very cute, very attractive, and just very beautiful. Who is essentially your type basically. And again, this song was sung by Eugene. So pretty much this how it goes. Curiosity, the vocalist is Elizabeth. Crush and okay, the three first tracks are sung by Elizabeth. Track 4, track 6, and track 7, along with Rudy, was Eugene. Eugene sung track 4, 6, and 7. 7 track 7 is with Rudy, and then track 9 he sung this song. So they take turns singing songs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what 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 I got from mesmerized is that it's all about.
Bless you.
Thank you. Sorry about that. So what I get from from the song "Mesmerized" is all about being in a type of trance where you're just in love with somebody. You're just hypnotized by their beauty, essentially. That's what I got from the song. So very good way to end off this album. I like it.
I like it too. This is a good way to get off the album. Um, in all honesty, this was pretty good. I mean, is it like my top like 5 songs? No, but I I think, in my honest opinion, it's a very good way to end off the album.
Yeah. What are you saying again? Because uh,
We were talk we were talking about the last
oh
song,
yeah, mesmerized.
mesmerized. Yeah,
Yeah. So you said your thoughts on it.
yeah. My thoughts on it. Yeah, very dope, very pretty good song. Is it my top 5 songs on this album? Not really, but it's pretty much self-explanatory. I mean, it's talking about how this how you're just so in love with this person, you're just very mesmerized, like you're not thinking anything else.
Yeah. You're just hypnotized by their beauty.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty. pretty good way to end off the album. Very good way to end off, very good way to end off the album. And that's all the songs. So here are my top five favorite songs off of this album, and it goes in this order: "Crush on You," "You Got It All," "Love Umbrella," and "Curiosity." Oh yeah, "Curiosity," "Crush on You," "You Got It All," "Private Number," and "Love Umbrella." Those are my five favorite songs.
Yeah, those are good choices.
How about yours?
Uh, I got Curiosity, Crush on You. Um, La La means I love you.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Like
Um,
that's one thing about about these songs. They just get you. They're very mushy. They're very mushy,
I
but
agree.
not in a way that is cringy.
I agree.
But like it's mushy. It's mushy, but but not cringy.
I agree.
But mushy in a way that makes you feel good inside.
Yeah, you got it
Yeah.
all. That's another favorite of mine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You got it all. I can't forget about that. You got
Yeah,
it all.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I'll probably go
Very
with like
very dope
private number.
song. Very
Private
dope song.
number. Private number is another one. All of them are really good.
Yeah, all of them are very good.
Yeah,
So overall, this is a very dope album. Very dope. Very good album from the mid 1980s. I love the production by David Z and Don Powell. I
hmm,
love the writing by Jerry Knight and Eric Zaitman, including including Rupert Holmes and Tom Bell and William Hart. You can tell that these writers, these pro- producers, and these and the vocal and the band the whole band did their homework on this album.
I agree.
Did their homework on this album, and this is and if you if you like 80s teen pop, like if you like Martika, Tiffany, Debbie Gibson, New Edition, or 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 or, or any other teen pop artist who put their heart and soul into their work, then you would love the Jets. I say I would say that this is by far my favorite album, my favorite album from them because because this is a very strong debut debut that they come out with,
Hmm.
a very strong debut. All all nine tracks are very good. Like yeah, all nine nine tracks are very good. So so I'm gonna give this I'm gonna give this album 5 mics, or yeah, 5 mics, a thumbs up. I think this is a very dope album, a very good a very good album by the Jets. You must have it in your collection.
I I give this one two thumbs way up, and five
Yeah.
mics as well.
Hmm.
It's not a single song that is terrible. All like I said, all of them are really good. I love the writing. I love the message that it's saying too, and it's very relatable. You know, the songs, most of the songs are relatable, and this is probably one of my favorite albums. I would have to say. So yeah, you're right. It's a must-have in your collection.
Yeah, this is a must-have.
Yeah.
I'll recommend it. I'll recommend it to people who love '80s teen pop music. Like if you love Debbie Gibson or Tiffany or New Edition, you will love the Jets. I feel like they're like this album is very like it's very simple in its it's very simple. That's what I get. Like it's not complex. You're not gonna get anything deep or complex. It's just a simple um album that centers around love and romance, but simple in a way that is good, not simple in a way that preachy, but simple in a way that is easy to, that is very easy to follow.
Mm-hmm.
And simple, what I mean is that it's simple but in a good way, because you actually understand what the frick they're talking about,
Yes.
and it's not just about fucking and fucking and funking. It's not just about fucking and fucking and fucking and fucking and about sex. Trey songs, but
God.
Trey songs, but this is an album that deals with themes such as childhood crushes. It deals with teenage romance, but it
Mm-hmm.
also deals with um identity, faithfulness, co- commitment, and communication,
Mm-hmm.
and that's all wrapped up in this simple yet very effective album. So yeah, this is a must have in your collection.
Now I want to go out and find this album
Yep,
too.
yep, five, yep, five mics, five mics.
Agreed.
So you know what? Okay, do you want to talk about artists that need more recognition, like top five uh, very underrated musicians, that artists that need more recognition in limelight.
Yeah, that's it's plenty. There's plenty of artists I can name of. In fact, I did an artist last week who I think didn't get enough record. I think very underrated.
Yeah.
I I did I did a live stream last Sunday on Miles J, and he is I think very highly criminally underrated, and he's like one of those forgotten um artists, from the late '80s, and um he did like a was a self it was a self titled album of his. I think it was one of his first albums, and um he's the songs he was famous for was I've Been a Fool for You and Start All Over was like his notable songs, and those came out in like 1987, and um that one, you know i- very criminally underrated in my honest opinion. If you haven't checked out the video, it's on, it's up on my channel. So yeah, definitely check it out.
All right. For me, number five would be Phyllis Hyman.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. I know she's. I know she's dead. Rest in peace to her. But when she came out, nobody really gave her flowers
Mm-hmm.
that she deserved. Because she got a very dope voice.
She do.
It's very soulful, but it's also very haunting.
Mm-hmm.
Especially that song "Living All Alone," which is by far one of the most haunting songs that she ever produced and that she ever made. Because it talked about her life, how she
Mm.
was lonely, how she was depressed, and pretty much she couldn't find the urge to love herself.
Right.
Yeah, she couldn't find the love within her, but because that's one thing that's one of the reasons why she ended her life, because she was
Mhm.
depressed, she was lonely, and
Yeah.
she couldn't love herself.
Yeah. And
Like everybody loved Phyllis Hyman,
mm-hmm.
but she couldn't love herself,
Yeah. And it's sad
and that's
too.
why she died by suicide via
Mm,
overdose on drugs, because she couldn't handle it,
right.
and that's why her music is haunting, because it talks about her life.
Another song I love by her is "You Just Don't Know." That one, oh God, that one was really good. That's one of my favorites. Yeah, she makes my list too. I think she didn't get enough recognition. She didn't
Yeah.
get enough. They didn't give her flowers, and
Hmm.
very good.
Well, outside, people outside of this world,
Hmm.
like we give her flowers, but not people outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she should have gone up there with the Whitneys, the Tina Turners, the Janets, the Anita Bakers, because she has that voice.
Hmm.
She has the voice. If she was still living, she would have made like she would have been in like other collaborations, not with other R&B artists, very other soul artists.
I agree.
Yeah, because she fits with soul. She's a soul artist, not no hip hop artist. She a soul artist. She stood soul to the to the day she died.
Hmm.
So yeah, Phyllis Hyman is number five. Um, Number four, I will go though. Number four is Alicia Cara.
Mm.
Now, Alicia Cara or Cara, however you want to pronounce her name, I go by Alicia Cara. Alicia Cara. I think she's also like she's also a very criminally underrated artist,
Hmm.
because normally talks about her music like that. Some might say, oh, she's whack and all," but no, I think she's a very dope artist. And on my channel, I talk about her first album, Know It All, very good album. And one of the key highlights that I love about Alicia is that she's not one of these pop artists that go that want to go all sexual, what want to be all that, want to expose their junk to everybody. No, she's not like that. She's one of those people. She's very down to earth. Like she's down to earth. Her music is very down to earth. Like it's easier to relate to her compared to other people like Cardi B, Lizzo, Megan Thee Stallion,
Mm-hmm.
who are very ratchet um people. Like Lizzo is incredibly ratchet, especially the
Yeah.
allegations that are made against her. Like how can you promote promote positivity when you yourself is very ratchet and just
Mm-hmm.
want to cause trouble? That's what I don't get. Like, why are you spreading positive messages and then you want to do all this extra nonsense?
Right.
Like, that's very ironic. I never understood I never understood the hype for Lizzo whatsoever. Like, because I thought she was, because I think she just fake. That's all I'm saying about her. She just fake.
Yeah.
She just fake.
I
But
agree.
but with Alicia Cara, to me, she just felt she feels real and raw. Like her music is very real. It's very raw. Excuse me. She does not sugarcoat nothing in her lyrics, in her songs.
Mm-hmm.
They're very straight to the point. And that's why I'm saying this right now. Give Alicia Cara her flowers too while she's still living. She's
Mm.
like 27 years old. She's still young. Give her
Right.
flowers while she's still living.
Yeah, I agree.
Outside, and when I mean outside of this world, give like people who live outside in society, give this woman her flowers
Yes.
because I think she's a highly talented person, but very underrated.
Mm-hmm.
She don't get that much publicity in the limelight. So what's your number four?
Um, my number four was Phyllis Hyman.
Huh?
My number four was Phyllis Hyman.
So Sonic?
No, Phyllis Hyman was
Oh
number
yeah,
four.
Phyllis Hyman. Yeah,
Yep, that was my number four. Her songs are great, but they're haunting at the same time, and it's sad though because she could have been like really big. You know what I mean? And I feel like she most likely would have still uh made some music today. I feel like if she was still alive.
yeah. Um, number three. I, I know I already talked about this artist, and I recently not recently. I also talked about her second album on my channel.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go. My number three is Debbie Gibson.
Yes.
Now, now, 80s, she was popular, similar to the Jets and Tiffany and Menudo and New Edition. She was popular in the 80s, but during the 90s and then the early 2000s, and
Hmm.
then now, I think she's a very underrated artist. No one gives her the recognition that she deserves in the newer era, and she's still making good music in a new era.
Hmm.
One of my favorites. I have so many favorite songs from her. It's from her 80s to her 90s and to the early 2000s. And my top 10 favorite Debbie Gibson songs are Lost in Your Eyes, Electric Youth, We Could Be Together, Love or Money, Shock Your Mama, Do You Have It in Your Heart, Didn't Have the Heart from her, and that's from her Think with Your Heart album. Um, Girls Night Out,
Mm-hmm.
You're Forever Girl, Already Already Gone, and oh, Love in Disguise, and Shake Your Love. Oh, and and I can't forget Shore, her song Shore,
All right.
and she's also a good vocalist as well. Like she got some strong vocals, and and also for anyone who have forgotten, she had won the World Guinness Book Records. I think yeah, the World Guinness Book Records for being one of the youngest pop stars to ever write her lyrics, her own songs
Mm-hmm.
at the age of around 16 or 17.
That's a big achievement.
Yeah, she's now 52 years old, and she's still gorgeous to this
Mm.
day. She's
Yeah,
still she's still beautiful to this day.
I agree.
Yeah, yeah. One of one of her songs, "Foolish Beats," made Gibson the youngest female to write, produce, and perform a Billboard Hot 100 number one single at the age of 16. She was
Mm-hmm.
only like around 16 years old.
I agree.
Yep,
My
yep,
number, my number three, and you may or may not agree with this one, but I feel like this person doesn't get a lot. I mean, he's well known in the '80s, but as far as like I don't outside of like us, you know, like talking about this person, I don't think he gets talked about enough. But I'm gonna have to go with Billy Ocean, and I'm gonna explain why. Billy Ocean, when you think of Billy Ocean, you think of Caribbean Queen. That was one of his signature songs. I love that song. I love, but suddenly he did a song called Suddenly. That what I think is one of the most underrated songs. That one does not get talked about enough, and it's a slow ballad. And this was off of I think it was like Billy Ocean's. I think it was like his self-titled um and in his night, I think it was 1983, his self-titled song, if I'm not mistaken. But that one doesn't get talked about enough. I know Reg and Try, I know they did
yeah,
that particular album.
yeah. They
And
talked about suddenly before.
yep, yep. And I was
I
on
was
that shit.
there. Yeah, I was there.
Yep. And
Yeah, well, I saw. Yeah, yeah. I saw the video.
yep.
I
And
remember. Yeah, I saw the video.
yep. And I don't think he gets enough. I don't think people talk about him like that. I think he's one of the best, one of the greatest artists, in my opinion, but he just doesn't get talked about like that. So I put him as like my number three.
Dope pick.
Yeah.
Um, Number two for me is J- I'm gonna talk slower this time. My number two underrated artist is Jesse J- J- Jesse Ware.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. The one and only Jesse Ware. To me, she's very underrated because she's from OSCs
Mm-hmm.
and try mention and I mentioned her in one of Reggie's videos, Shalimar Friends,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, and I and I asked, does anyone know does anyone know who Jesse Ware is, or is someone familiar with her music? And tries to and try said he he loves Jesse Jesse Ware, and she's a very dope artist,
Mm-hmm.
but she doesn't get the recognition that she deserves because she's from overseas and she's very underrated.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I think she's a very talented um dance singer. Like some people say that she's R&B, but
Yeah.
she's dance, she's disco, like dance disco, pop with some R&B influences within her
Mm-hmm.
music. And my favorite, and even though I never heard a full album from her, I would say that my favorite songs from her are Alone, Shake the Bottle, The Kill, and Free Yourself.
Mm.
Yep, I love I love those songs. Just very disco, very very danceable, very poppy, like very pop and very soulful. She got a soulful voice,
Mm-hmm.
and again, give this woman her flowers while she's still living.
Exactly.
People outside this world, and I have to keep saying that word, outside this world, because there are people who don't give people the flowers they deserve, and then when they die, they want to say, "Oh, they're a legend," but they never bother to actually listen to them or actually see them in person,
Mm-hmm.
or actually give them the respect that they need.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, number two, Jesse Ware.
Mm. That's a dope pick.
Hmm.
Uh, was it my number two? Um. Oof. My okay. So see, my number two. I'm torn. I'm torn between Martica and um. Was it Jane Wideland? Now, Jay Wyland, she's known for singing a song called "Rush Hour" back in the '80s. That's one of my favorite songs. And then Montica, like I loved her. I love Toy Soldiers. That's one of my favorites. I'm kind of torn. I honestly, I think both of I don't know. Like I'm kind of torn between that because both of them are like very, very underrated. And those are like my two favorite songs of all time that I can listen to. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I for my number two, it's kind of like a two-way to me it's like a two-way tie with
Yeah.
it.
Yes. Speaking of Martica, I dig her. I dig her song "Martica's Kitchen." That's a very dope song.
Yeah.
Yeah. and that's coming up too. Martika,
Mm.
yeah, she's coming up,
Mm.
and then Shantae Moore. Oh yeah, I can't forget Shantae Moore. She's also very underrated too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Shantae Moore. That's also be neck to neck with Miss Ware, Jessie Ware as
Mm-hmm.
well. They're both neck to neck. So number two is a neck to neck between Shantae Moore and Jessie Ware. Because
Mm.
for Shantae Moore, she got when I say voice, she's got the voice.
Yeah.
She's got the voice. She's a real R&B singer, but nobody gives her credit. Well,
Mm.
outside this world, nobody gives her credit. The songs I love from her are Love's Taking Over, It's All Right, Searching, This Time, Old School Loving,
Mm-hmm.
Bitter, and Way You from the Waiting to Excel soundtrack.
Mm.
Yep, Shantae freaking Moore.
Mm.
And my number one most underrated artist, ooh, most underrated artist, my number one, you know what? I'm gonna say this. The Jets.
Ooh.
Yeah, the Jets. Now, similar to Debbie, Tiffany, Martika, popular in the 80s,
Mm-hmm.
but as time went by, they kind of faded out.
Right.
Mainly because of the beef they have with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was the beef they have with each other, and it's just sad that they broke up. And
Yeah.
based off of the album that we talked about,
Mm-hmm.
they're a very dope family band,
Yeah.
and and like I said, their vocals are very soothing. They're very calming. They're not they don't go for like the loud, ratchet, operatic, just all around in your face vocals.
Mm-hmm.
Cough cough Celine Dion, which
Uh,
which is one of Reg's favorite artists. Well,
mm.
favorite um woman singers. But yeah, but they're a very dope. They're a very dope pop group, and I just adore this album because, like I said, it's simple, it's straight to the point, it doesn't bullshit, and it's just a very feel good album. It's a
Mm-hmm.
feel good album. Like if you like those teen pop, those silly pop songs from the 80s and 90s, then you will love this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a good. That's a good pick. I for my number ones, I have a lot of them. I can name five, but
Hmm?
I
Who?
I have a lot of number ones that I could easily mention, but the one I'm gonna pick one.
Who now?
Okay, so my number one, I'm gonna have to go with Genobia Jeter.
Oh.
That one, the All My Love, that's one of my favorite spot. That's my favorite song by her. And she does not get talked about at all, really. And I like it's kind of like the song is kind of like soulful, you know what I mean? And it's pretty much a love ballad. So Yeah, I have to pick her, but I have it's a bunch more, but it's just she doesn't get talked about at all, in my opinion.
Yeah. Um, I will also do Jody Watley too.
Mm.
Jody Watley, Karen White, uh, Tina Marie. Well, Tina Marie
Ooh,
does get some love,
yeah,
but I feel like she's still underrated. She's
yeah,
still underrated too.
yep.
Tina Marie. Um, what do you think about? Okay, I don't know if no, I don't think she's underrated. Grace Jones.
No, I,
No, I don't think.
great
Yeah,
show. Yeah, no,
she
I
does
don't.
get. She's very popular.
Yeah,
Yeah.
um,
So I won't count. I would not count Grace Jones. She's a very, 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 very dope artist.
yeah.
Very dope. Very dope.
I,
Very dope.
I go as far as climax. I
She's
go
like
as far as them.
Grace Jones. She's like the female version of David Bowie
Yeah.
because you can tell like her music videos are very surreal. They're
Mm-hmm.
very trippy. And very, they have that very kind of like psychedelic. I wouldn't say psychedelic ish,
Mm-hmm.
but I think, huh?
Yeah. No, I was agreeing with you.
Yeah, yeah. Like her music videos are very surreal. It's very psychedelic. Like not well psychedelic ish.
Mm-hmm.
It's very trippy, very trippy.
Right.
Especially Slave to the Rhythm.
Yeah.
That music video was trippy as frick. I don't
Yeah.
know what. You know that was, but it was very good though, very good. But
Mm-hmm.
Grace Jones deserved a lot. She deserved all the love she get.
Right.
What about Sheena Easton?
Very underrated.
Yeah, Sheena Easton, very underrated. Sugar Walls, my favorite song from her.
That's a good one.
Yeah, written by Prince. Um, Sheena. Okay, we said Sheena Easton, Shantae Moore. I said that. Um, I would say Sierra.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sierra. She's underrated. She. I mean, she does get popularity, but I feel like sometimes she gets a little underappreciated. So,
Mm-hmm.
cause I do dig Sierra songs like because back when I was younger, I loved the song Goodies. Goodies, 1 2 3, 1 2 step. I love what's another song? Oh, Ride, Love Sex Magic, Body Party,
Mm-hmm.
I'm Out, Level Up, Dose, I Bet. Oh, so Get Up. Um, yeah, she got okay. Vocal wise, she's not the strongest. I'll say that
Right.
she's not the strongest in terms of vocality. She's not the strongest in terms in terms of her vocal ability. But I do dig her songs. I just think she's just a fun R&B singer to listen to. So yeah, Sierra. Same thing goes to Ashanti. I think Ashanti is also pretty underrated as well.
Mm-hmm.
Ashanti, again, Ashanti, gorgeous, beautiful, sexy, but her vocal ability, it's not the strongest. but she
Mm.
does, but she does have a sweet, like her vocals are very sweet, very sweet as well, very sweet and soothing as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, Shanti. Also, I'm gonna go with Melanie Fiona,
Mm.
another underrated vocalist as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it kills me when I really love you. That song, I remember that song. That played on the radio before.
Right.
Yeah, and it kills me. 4 a.m. Another one. Um, Fanta. I think Fanta. Monica. Monica. Brandy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Brandy does. Well, Brandy does have some love. She got some love.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, but I'm still putting her in. Not too underrated, but she kind of get a little swept under the rug a little bit.
Right.
A little bit, not a whole lot, but a little bit. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Brandy, Monica. Okay, so the artists I said are Phyllis Hyman, The Jets, Debbie Gibson, Sheena Easton, Shantae Moore, Sierra, Monica, Brandy. What's another one? Underrated vocalist. Um, and it doesn't have to be singers. It can also be rappers too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
underrated rappers. So let me see. Underrated rappers. Underrated rappers.
I can't I can't think of too many.
Mm, I'll think of two.
I I got one in mind now.
What? Ishan?
No, no, I'm going way back.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to go with Curtis
oh,
Blow.
that's a good idea. I could do for Halloween for October.
Hmm.
It's to Ishan.
Mm,
Ishan. That's a good. He's good for Halloween
right.
because his music is very he's horrorcore. So horrorcore, acid rap. He's good for Halloween. He fits
Mm,
that to a T.
mm-hmm.
Cause the old wicked shit. Yeah. So horrorcore. So Isham, that'll be saved for October. That'll be saved for October. And
Uh,
I'm gonna review one of his albums. Like I'll listen to his I'll listen to his albums, one of his albums, and then I'll review it
yeah.
after hearing it over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna start with less his least satanic work. Um, I'm gonna start with Dead Flowers.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because I think that's where I think that's where he went less satanic on.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm not look. He uses okay for anyone saying that Isham is a Satanist. No, he's not.
Right.
He's not. Isham, and I'm saying this to people outside this world. Like for, for for people outside this world, I don't consider Isham a Satanist. He's not he's not a Satanist. He's someone that uses Satan and hell as a way to talk about crack, and the evils in the world. And he uses Detroit as hell, as a metaphor for hell to describe all the stuff, all the horrible stuff that happens.
Right.
Yeah, him and not him. Him and Nodis. Yeah, Nodis. So Isham, Nodis. That'll be safe for Halloween. Well, yeah, October. October.
That would be cool.
Yeah, but you better get but I better get prepared for Isham.
Right.
Yeah, because from what Eric said about him, when you listen to his albums, you're gonna need a lot. You're going to need a lot of protection.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and what I mean by protection, I mean your guardian angels, get your holy water, get your Bible, or all that stuff because evil stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But also because they're related. Like the way I see it is that he does not like he's not a saint. Like I said, he's he's no saint. He's no Satanist, but he talks about he uses those metaphors as a way to talk about the evils in the world, like crime, murder, rape, suicide, drugs, all that stuff, like illegal drugs, all that stuff, prostitution, all that, all of those stuff that fits the horrorcore genre.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Isham and Nodis, they're going to be for October.
Cool.
So that's my up. So that's my upcoming announcement is Isham Dead Flowers. That's going to be in October, around October. I'll say the fifth. I'll say the sixth. On my birthday.
Mm.
Yeah, because my birthday's coming up.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, happy early birthday, man.
Yep. So Isham, that'll be saved for October 6th. And Nodis, I'm gonna review one of their. I'm gonna like same thing with Isham. I'm gonna review one of their least evil albums. I won't say least evil albums. I would say, you know what? I'm gonna start with their second album,
Mm-hmm.
Grace for Me. Yeah. So here's so here it goes. October 6th is Isham Dead Flowers, and October the 31st that will be Nodis Blaze for Me.
Mm.
Yeah,
Dope.
yeah. So for this upcoming, it's gonna be Martica's Kitchen. That's gonna be on September the 3rd. Yeah, September the 3rd. Yeah, because we got the Jets out of the way. The Jets was today, so Sunday is so Monday is the 28th, right? Yeah, 28th.
Yeah.
So 29th is Tuesday. Wednesday's the 30th. Um, Thursday is the 31st, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
I think I'm correct because yeah, 28th. Yeah, 28th Monday. Today's Monday. Then Tuesday is the 29th. Wednesday is the 30th. Thursday is the 31st. The 31st. Friday is the first. Saturday is the second. Yeah, Sunday's the third. Yeah, Sunday's the third. So Martica's Kitchen it's gonna be it's gonna be September the 3rd, and Shantae Moore, A Love Supreme, that's gonna be September the 10th.
Mm-hmm. That would be cool.
Yeah, so those are my upcoming reviews, and for the next upcoming reviews, like I said, I would say those for October. October 6th is the Esham Dead Flowers review, and October the 31st is going to be Nada's Blaze for Me.
Mm.
Yeah, so October is going to be horrorcore month.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be interesting.
Yeah. So with that being said, I'm going to end this off right here.
All right.
So this is Ray Sean Butler.
It's Mike Movie Corner Advance.
And thank you for joining us in reviewing this very very dope album by the Jets. Their self-titled album from 1985. Again, very very dope album. 5 mics. Have it in your collection. If you want to, and like I said, if you like light-hearted teen pop songs or teen pop albums like Electric Youth, or if you want to listen to Christina Aguilera's debut album, then this album is for you. It's simple, straightforward, yet it's very, very good. And
Yeah.
that's the review. Peace. See you in the next live stream, Mike,
Peace.
which is Martica.
Martica, yes.
Yeah. Peace.
Peace out.